We can look at the current political situation at the country, and for that we've been telling us we get at the studio the executive secretary for the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, we na Hawa Samai. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Good morning.
Well, if people can remember, inside 2019, Salone be all 3 days National Dialogue Forum. Outside and Bidobam has been to manage 3 outside and go discuss issues them we get for do with the country, peace, security, and thing them will be there happen at the country. And out of that, we been see then be finally agree for the establishment of the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, and Parliament in 2020 be agreed for the act we been turned to law, and the responsibility of the commission so far now been for let and get the power for take measures them for prevent, manage and self-resolve conflicts them for build, promote and maintain sustainable peace na Salone, and self for provide for other related matters them. Well, since the establishment of the commission, we don't get you one time now. We don't can talk about waiting. We don't they happen so far. And from that time, they will not be don't get anybody again from the commission. And of course, everybody are aware of the current situation at the country. The latest one, now the demonstration where some women they say yesterday didn't do, and some of them end up for sleep in a police cell because of that particular demonstration, because they say police not beginning clearance when they come out Sadu. And some other issues and don't they happen political opposition, politicians and they in a police custody as well, relating to the same issue. Where later we go for talk to the police. But as somebody will come out now, the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, you now the executive secretary, you did the program this morning we can talk about the issue here we don't they happen at the country, and waiting supposed for happen now as a way forward from the commission we're responsible for work with other body them for let Salone go get a sustainable peace. But let me just know first waiting don't they happen at the commission before we can focus on the issue we there for this morning since the last time where you come out here.
Okay, good morning again. I want to say thank you for inviting me also this morning. The Peace Commission has been started last year in August. We been done. Firstly, we get very slim staff now the commission, and the commission will prioritize since the new commission for see how we can set up with internal and external structure. And part of this setting up, of we internal and external structure, it's key planning, because if you not plan properly, you already don't plan for fail. So one of the thing the way part of we structures the way we work on now we strategic plan. We don't develop a 3-year strategic plan, and 1 month ago or less than 1 month ago we'll be able for validate them. We will get different people from different spheres of life, stakeholders, religious leaders, political parties, and civil society, different stakeholders them in come where they all in car help with for validate this strategic plan. Before it get to this stage, a lot of people them at different bodies them, security institutions them, we do a lot of consultation, donor partners, they all at different time that we can get for meet them, and they all be help for contribute to this we strategic plan. We finally don't get we 3-year strategic plan, and another thing we now they focus on a stakeholders mapping. We know just why work with anybody and everybody, although peace na all man and everybody business, we want for see who that they will get for partner with in terms of implementation. Peace na everybody business, but you can't buy implementation, you get for get people and for coordinate that role there. So for every district, all 16 districts, we get for go there and take stakeholders mapping, because already a lot of people in the claim city and they work on peace building. So one for know them, waiting and they do, outside and they walk, out and they walk, so that we go able for know waiting now the gap them now the system, or where the gap them the way nobody know day, so that we're able for advise people then for go and play the coordinative role in terms of peace building now the one on Salone, so that every district, if possible every chiefdom, would be served simultaneously, because we want make Salone not only left and this we 4th position in Africa, but one for see how we become the most peaceful country in Africa. That now we go.
Talking about strategic plan, as commission we responsible for peace building na Salone, wetin are some of the things them we dey inside this una 2-year strategic plan?
Inside this 3-year strategic plan, we focus keenly on peace promotion. Part of this peace promotion now for tell people them how we and me and you, not a one-man business, not one-man business, for keep the peace and maintain the peace, and how we, me and you, go also work together for form cohesive nation. National cohesion now another thing where we get way then at the strategic plan. Another thing within the strategic plan, now how we go identify early warning and early response. We know say there's a early warning, ECOWAS early warning and response, but we dey for filling the gap where that institution they know they now make from the one whole status strategic plan, we dey work in partnership with them. Another thing we did in advisory, we get for they do a lot of advisory and coordination, just like what I tell you about this coordination here. So, and finally we get mediation. So if there are problems, we for able for go there and try for mediate and see how we go bring people them back to a peaceful state.
So
the key things them way the commission get for the worker.
I just take a cue from the last thing we see. We get to do with mediation, and if something they happen, how I can come in. We look at the broader picture now, the current states of the society. Everybody are aware challenges here and there. People, even women, then decide to they want for demonstrate. But according to police, they not give them rights for, they not give them go ahead for demonstrate. But some of them in command way police end up all. From the Peace Commission, how now go describe the current situation where they happen at Salone? How now they describe them?
Firstly, you can't isolate Salone situation with the global situation. So if you want to look at the Salone situation, a day you get for look where you talk about situation analysis. Before you talk about Salone, first you go say, well, waiting the happen na the world before we narrow and down to the Salone. We go find out say 2 years back, the world only suffer from COVID. COVID not even done good one. Where the world is struggle for know how for get back on their feet. We see all the video them now almost every country how people them they struggle for food stock, for even livelihood, even for maintain their job security, which is a problem in the whole side all over the world. This not done, people then just they try back for come back to the reality. Then we carry Ukraine war back. Ukraine and Russia war kahiti. In fact, then they make this COVID business we stop for a year small, although we don't begin the year and back. And with this war, a new thing, because people them, a lot of countries them been just emerge back on their feet. We find out say now with the year a lot of collapse, national collapse of economy. Not to one side, plenty country the year than they. You also the year about market shares collapse. Go read about Wall Street. Then even the Asian market, you they see a lot of the well a lot of people they buy goods them from China. Even they most of the sisters they go China. Now you need the hear about Turkey now. The people they defend the nearest point, right? The thing that way they hear more the flourishing of the world, the stock the way they hear the flourishing of the world. Now more of pharmaceutical things then, medicine, because of the too much sick pressure, depression. That ain't thing anymore unless they flourish right now. We also we also know say most of them, the nations them, wait for help we. Them they suffer mostly them who they get we aid from. Whether not being the who they get from Russia or they get from America or England or all right now they suffer this kind problem. So that way out there for help we third world country, they help them they need the comfort again. They way out there for the share their surpluses because they aid the way they give we now the small surplus them from the taxpayer money, now they give we for share. Add to that, you the trouble by climate change. The disaster where they happen all over the world with climate change. So if you look at all the situation then they, you know say the world itself, the one whole world, they in trauma. Serious crisis. They. If we now and done now we come to Salone yon problem. Again, I go say we na donor driven economy. just like what I say just now. And that's what that they mean. It mean most of waiting we been the leverage on now waiting people them in the GUI. We self, even the rest of they eat, we're not able to produce enough for feed we self. Right? And as third world country in that kind of state there, you find out if don't know they need a GUI, we go there under serious pressure. Now that's where they see the happening right now in our country.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And with that kind pressure there, one of the things that we will also get from members say, governments now are the highest employer. And the government are the highest employer, we need to get enough of tax revenue, the donor then they able for support we enough, then we economy they in crisis. Would up in par with government, other than the next highest employer then. When you're looking at the private sector, now the bike riders. Right? And if you look at the bike riders, them, from the young statistics, the one that we register to them, now the Bike Riders Association, we find out that they get over 2 million of them. And this with 7 million population. And these 2 million are youth population as well. Right? So if we take a look at the two things then, where they go on simultaneously yesterday, one, we look at the fuel crisis, because they don't put fuel up, and they're not the bike riders or the transport union, the different transport union them, they try for brace up themselves for meet down they them and they expect it, well, fuel station then go open, and then go able for buy their fuel, and then go able for make their livelihood out of that. Then we also been get this other women solidarity them will also be one for come out at the same time. So this now been the two issue then.
Continue for the with me at the studio. They can discuss more on the issue than the Inemna Hawasamai, the executive secretary for the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion.
The program is today listening to now. Good morning, Salone. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get our Samai, Executive Secretary, Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. Inside the program, they talk about the current political and economic tension in the country. And earlier, Ibidon analyzed the global trend and related to Salone situation. But Madam Samai, earlier my colleague asked you about the woman we been one for protest, but then issues here we just don't mention, and you don't give the international stage, everything that happened at the international stage and related to Salone. But somebody they listen now go like for ask, waiting the rights to protest, how the Russia war they impact the rights to protest na Salone and the rights to assemble, we somebody go say na rights within the constitution or the law book of Salone.
Okay, firstly, again, let us continue from Osa stop. Remember, so they deal with two issues then I mentioned that earlier. I said we deal with the bike riders issue, or the motor drivers. I don't want to call them motor drivers, I want to say the transport, because they encompass all the different transport sector then. And then we also talk about the women solidarity march. Let us take then two different one there separately, right? First with the bike and the fuel issue. So again, I want to say that the fuel issue, me not economist, but again the impact there in terms of when you look at the global. But because I don't see in a social media way. I don't know if that thing they come up from the government where they put all the list of the fuel station them and then put the amount of fuel them where they na each of them station then they. First, for peace sake, I want to appeal to the people them where they in charge or who own them fuel station they are so. If fuel day, for peace sake, I want to make we please able for sell fuel. So the people then may all man go able for go about them business normally.
Now, you we dey talk about peace, and you earlier asked you about the strategic plan and what they inside on a strategic plan.
Yeah.
One of the things they inside on a strategic plan na peace promotion or the promotion of peace.
Exactly.
Now we dey talk about the right to assemble, where people think say now one of the means the way people communicate the anger to the government.
That's
yes.
The solidarity
so we dey talk about
we
talk about the right to assemble.
Yeah. I remember I think said we put on two places. First we talk about the bike, then down there we talk about the solidarity. That is not the solidarity match pass, not what you talk about.
We dey talk about the right to protest and the reaction of the police as somebody responsible for sustainable peace in the country. What do you make up of that? That's the focus.
Okay, if we go to the solidarity, because you want dodge one of the things that were very, very critical, where I think say we for major on, and then that the rights for protest and the woman for march past, that's also critical. But one of the critical things now, because what did the woman then say they want for march for? They say fear not day and things they go hard. And if fear not day now, because some of them people they also at the gas station, they refuse for sell fuel. So how we as we promote peace, this now one of the things they will for look at. We for be solution oriented. Now that now one of we problem at Salone. Most of the time we cry problem. But if we choose for begin to look at solution, yes, there's problem. And now make a start off for say the whole world day in anarchy, the whole world day in a problem. But in we own small space, these 7 million people where in Nigeria na one town or one city or one village, how we go able for find solution for we safe? It go help we for me we think straight, and then we all come together like brother and sister, and then we solve the problem. One of the problem where the woman and they say na fear. If I get me motor car and I for driver, I get the money for even buyer, not accessible, then a crisis. Even the one that we get marketing not go able for come upline for come free town. They're not go able for do the normal thing. They're not go able for go drop them picking in a school. They're not go able for go work. So then they say don't cause the strain for let the woman and come on the streets. So then we begin for see how we they solve some of them problem they are so wanting. And this major now for see how the people them go begin for begin to see how they will call their fuel station owner they are so, and may they talk to them. May they see how they go able for sell to the people. And so Uda get to go able for buy, and Uda not get to go take taxi or in keke or in bike and go about in business.
So that's bring me back to similar thing what they ask you, but waiting the commission really don't do, because Una gets a whole responsibility for ensure say people and feel safe. Even before the issue of the fuel crisis they come, even before the demonstration they come, even before the Ukraine war they come, even before the COVID they come, concerns and don't they come from citizens like people just not seem forget that peace within themselves. Like when you go wake in the morning, you still go hustle and come back home with collapse. People will just get this concern say they are not safe. From the commission, apart from the strategies them we don't put in place where they in line with a strategic plan for 3 years. What are the tangibles them where you go point at say now this one I don't do for let Salone people and really feel safe for say we get peace na Salone people go talk like get that freedom there for express themselves and feel safe in that situation. Waiting tangible I don't do around the issues and
Firstly, during the December period, when people they go out, when they do that census, and then they beat people them around, we do a lot of messaging, we go around with peace promotion, and we sensitize the people them, say the people them where they can't do the census, now them brother them, now them sister them, we do it in different language, we get radio engagement, and we find out say the people them get for understand, and then they been get for subside. Again, the strike for the I've shot on all member the tell where the motor drivers union them, they said the transport they all them is strike for fear. That first thing. When we contact them and we deliberate with them, we talk to them, then say come up because we not go always get all the solution, but we need for listen and learn from them, and also we all solve the problem together. Collectively we all be engaged and we're able to solve the problem. The morning now, even miss us a book appointments and all the radio and TV station, then nothing come out. and then say talk say this is not coming from us, and then this not the way where we dey go forward with them. And before you make up the tension wey been there around the country, de-escalate, and people then come on ado, and Ministry of Trade bin go continue for negotiate with them until they come out with a sustainable thing where we make everybody go about in business.
So as they
again, the teachers them, when the teachers them in the strike, we also step in. We able for negotiate with them there, and the Ministry of Education will be also able for de-escalate that tension there, that the teacher then says not to, because now their success, not to with success. We want make people they claim the ownership, say now then do them. As again, not to we no more get all the sense them. We put them down and have a conversation with them, and then say been calm at the air and cancel the strike and continue for negotiate with the Ministry of Education, and we see say the picking them be able for take the exam. We all see how they're able for solve the problem amicably, and everybody they work now hand in hand.
So if we look at, because Salone can't see where anything they discuss now, people must link am with politics. As the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, political tension, you think say it dey right now in Salone? Political people and they really feel free for express themselves despite them political affiliation?
Well, if you look social media, you dey see plenty of that. All man dey expressing himself. And
Really?
Really. The amount of things that women they see on social media right now, it's amazing. I sure say you yourself they see that. And you yourself will testify, say, yes, inside social media, all man they talk, waiting and feel for talk. And I know, honestly, I know you say people and they talk on social media with reservation. And then I boku platform them already. Plenty platform them. The way people that they talk on social media, nothing say we don't ever get that kind of liberty they for talk.
So political tension or they at all for
I don't
you?
say political tension all day. But the question where you ask me, people them need to talk how they feel for talk. And that question they answer. People need to talk how they feel for talk.
We talk about freedom now, and earlier you talk about say in December una engage the public for make them know say census na the new right. Somebody where they listen go like for ask how far una don't engage the security sector for say the right to protest they part of Salone law. And if you say na global issue where they happen to Salone now, why people they protest freely na places like Belgium, but Salone the right to protest they need again? Why? I don't ask.
Well, this is not part of the engagements that what they do with the security sector. Firstly, I know say them people here so be apply if we come to the solidarity march. I know say them be apply for protests, and they not give them protest right for come out in the street. Right? It's not like they not give them protest rights, but they not give them rights for come out in the street. And if they not give you rights for come out in the streets, I should say there are different ways than they where we don't see in a salon where people can protest. We don't see without people they're not going to streets. They don't ask people them for wear the same black for go work, for go to the office, for go to market, and people they don't protest. So plenty time in the past, and nobody not stop them because nobody not match pass in the street, and nobody not even sanction the people that will lead them protest them day. So there are different ways for express yourself in terms of protest.
So
if they not give you the right for go na street.
So as Peace Commission, we now look at protest as part of democracy.
We not there in governance, but definitely now way for express your right.
How una can describe the protest plan yesterday and the reaction of the police?
Again, I don't know the plan where they use, but wait I know say they not give the right for go na street. Right? I know say they not give the right for go na street.
So if
again, I say there are different ways that we can protest. If they say not gonna see, there are different ways then we can use for protest.
So because una responsible for peace, make people expect for hearing from the Peace Commission,
When
like waiting with the able for use as Salone people for maintain and sustain the peace. If you are to dialogue with the Inspector General of Police from the Commission perspective and sustainable peace, in this situation, you go advise police for allow the people for protest because according to them they say they're not okay with the hardship in the country. For the sake of peace, you think say the police for allow them for do them peaceful demonstration?
Firstly, you go look at for like allow somebody for come on the street, you get for look at the situation analysis on the ground. Again, I want to emphasize there were two different protests going on simultaneously. You get to look at the safety of the people there, not just the one where they come out for protests, but also the lives and the property around. Firstly, you go ask yourself, say, because yesterday I see some video where some people they even they try for broke shop. Now that then have been the essence for go protests, the answer go be no. Because you don't even know how that person they don't stock in shop, whether na bank loan he don't take. If they go clear now in shop, I go able for.
So if you were the Inspector General of Police, that request where the woman they make, you for don't grant them.
Now I say you dey look at the current situation on the ground. First, na two protests been go on. The police then get enough capacity for man then two protests here simultaneously, the bike riders or the transport union and the woman then. They may get a capacity there for man and two at the same time. If they're not able, then definitely they're not going to grant them. If they're able, yes, therefore allow them for do peaceful rally, if not peaceful rally. But again, it was really just looking at some of the video them where been there out, then you go no say security alert not being there in the best interest for protest yesterday. Because with them two people, then two kind group then they for come out in the streets. You see the youth them. I sure say we all see the youth and the video them online.
Continue for them with
yeah, because we need to see how they maintain peace and security in the nation.
Continue for them with me at the studio. I was my executive secretary for the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion.
The program media listen to now. Good morning, Salone. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will bring you this edition of the program. Good morning, Salone. Musa Kamara, Naminim.
And Mina Mabel Kaba.
Inside the program, we continue for look at more issues. We go inside the Feminist United Salone and allies in a group of women them. We don't talk about challenge them with women them at the country they face. Monday, September 5, the September 4. The Feminist United Salone and allies been pull one press release for Seka concern them where the organization gets both women them where police arrest because they come out in the street for demonstrate on the living condition of the country. We say the team leader for the Feminist United Salone and allies, Teria Kurma, say the arrest of over 40 women them where come out in the street for demonstrate na sign say the police they tap people freedom of speech and assembly where they against the country law them. Teria Kurma talk more to Usman Kamara inside this interview.
The press release na the arrest of Femi Claudius Cole and other opposition political party leaders. So specifically, Femi Claudius Cole, they do a live Facebook post, and then in the post he announced say the police besieging house. You know, from there, we now an arrest of Femi Claudius Cole. And basically in the video they talk about how the women of Sierra Leone meet them for lead and join in a peaceful protest against the way how things they go in the country, the high cost of living, the way how prices. We absolutely condemn that particular act.
Whose act on that condemn? Is it Femi or the police?
The police, the arrest. Because the last time I checked, Sierra Leone is still a democratic state where, according to the 1991 constitution, the citizens' freedom of expression is guaranteed, and also the citizens get right to assembly. Yeah, and of course, this is the women of Sierra Leone we're talking about. Whenever there are economic instability, the women, then they suffer most of them, because even if you look at the economic drivers, them, the people away whether into small scale businesses, the women whether in Abacha Street, you have, majority of women. At a time like this, if women them decide for come out, for express them frustrations, that for express, their anger over this particular system where they escalate, prices on basic commodities, and and these women decide for take to the street, and all the police can do now for assault them, and for brutalize them in the process for just expressing themselves. So, we press release basically come up from the place of, concern that acts like that, we consider the arrest very unlawful. And The feminist movement, we are absolutely against this, and we will challenge this to the letter.
All right. Now, according to the police, they know they against people and for protests. The issue with them they against now through the right process, because again you need for tell the police them say una they come out for do a peaceful protest and una forget clearance from police. In this case, police not me give Femi clearance for come out with some woman there. Things say these are some of the things them way the police look at way then say go against the 1991 constitution.
As a law-abiding citizen, I always they advise people for work within the frame of the law. But this now is a situation where it happened that even if the police been there in consultation, the possibility for letting grants the demonstration. I mean, that was going to be a peaceful demonstration. And like I emphasized earlier, the citizens get the right to assembly. The citizens, come on. This is a situation where the women of Sierra Leone, see, the economic instability as something where don't become so unbearable.
Now, another woman group there again, I guess you don't see some of them release them, where then they condemn say them they against lawlessness, especially for commot and protest. What do you think about this?
Time like this, where women them frustrated and they want to express that particular anger over the issue we experience now as a country, at a time like this, decide for being insensitive to waiting women and they go through the plight of women. I would say we'll leave them to their good conscience.
All right. So, what will be your message or recommendation ongoing concerning, peaceful protests where people can ask for?
So, what I would say is that we leaders them for embrace a conciliatory approach more, because you have people who are frustrated. So you for there in the place for able for calm them down, for talk to them. And in this case, we have the president who has not said anything. Of course, as a law-abiding citizen, I would advise every citizen of this country to work within the framework of the law.
What do you want let the president see?
The president for say something. And if we be sensitive, the president should say something. And the president for sure say he understands what's going on and he's sensitive to the plight of women and Sierra Leoneans generally.
That's the team leader for Feminist United Salone and Allies, Teria Kurma, been they talk to Usman Kamara in that interview for Sika the Monday, July 4, press release with them pull for Sika. Our police then say react to them we come up for protest on the living condition of the people of Salone. The program, Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM.
Alright, the program Good Morning Salone they continue. As we tell you now, we won't forget updates regarding people within our police custody for Sika the protest where some woman them been do yesterday. Well, for we get waiting exactly been happen yesterday and waiting at the way forward. We get on the line now the head of the Criminal Investigations Department, we're in our RPG Robot. Good morning and welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, and how are you?
Good. Just start for tell listeners and for us, how many people there in our police net right now regarding the protest will be happen yesterday?
Well, we got a couple of number of people were there for various offenses who they investigate.
You say una get couple of numbers. Is it true that over 40 people the police been only yesterday for sake of that protest?
Well, just like what I say, I'm not able to give the exact number now. That's why I say we have people actually who they investigate for different crimes on our custody.
Then crime then don't they investigate them people here for?
What you would investigate them for?
Yes.
Well, I don't know the actual people the way they talk now, because we get armed robbers, we get other crimes the way other people that commit within our custody. You are talking about people in our custody.
I ask as the CID boss for let you tell the listeners and Facebook viewers them, almost people police been all regarding the protest yesterday.
what I'm saying now, regarding the protest, of course, we get few people within our custody we would investigate. So, but I'm not going to give you a total number now.
Wetin una dey investigate them for? Wetin are the crime them? Una hold them for?
Well, something for disorderly behavior, riotous conduct, then they in for unlawful processing because you know this issue of women coming out, they don't come on few days ago, and before that they engage the police on that. We understand other people will come under. When they talk about women, people now they say whether they come on Monday, bike riders not for come out, and the keke riders not for come out. If they come out, then we burn them, then we do this. So already there has been a threat under it. The threat we don't do. So when that comes to the notice, the intelligence to the police, will get the intelligence from the ground. The police then get for issue a press release that let nobody not come out because of the security threat now. You know, social media, when you go there, I believe all of us did it, we didn't know how the threat they did towards security. So we get that press release, but of course, some people still went ahead and break that release day and break that law day and come out for just cause confusion and disorder by the country. So those are the ones we have under investigation.
People here wey una dey investigate. Now wetin are the security threats wey dem been caused yesterday? Wetin exactly dem do wey you go point at saying a security threat this?
Oh yes, if somebody tell you say they burn keke, anybody will come on, bike riders, they burn and whatsoever, and you see the threat where it manifests. The people the law abiding people afraid for go out. Yesterday shops were closed. People not able to go access the market. You know, people not able. Some people not able even come to work. Some people not. Exams are going on now. People not able to allow their picking for go school. We all see that.
So I'm looking from them people and the way they talk about say police. Oh, now let we come to specifics because you say you're not able to give a number as to how many people the police arrest for lawlessness and other things the way you make mention of. Una get Madam Femi Claudius Cole and Dr. Dennis Bright now on a possession right now.
They are supposed to be there.
Waiting and they for.
Well, you see, as somebody they talk says, they refer to the social media. When I see waiting, Dr. Femi go out and say, and actually incite the people them. Say whatever happens, whether police put out press release or not, they are going on to carry on what police say they're not for do. So she's there for that investigation.
What about Dr. Dennis Bright? Waiting he did for?
Well, it's just a part of that planning. He admitted that.
Which planning? Hello?
Yeah.
I they ask which planning where Dr. Dennis Bright is a part of, sir?
The demonstration. They did there and even on that Sunday, even then at the host with the Femi Claudius School, while these activities when they go on, then they write placards, this, that, even when police don't stop them, it was there.
So yes, sir, we be also make for understand say police being issue a warrant for let them go search Madam Femi Claudius School in political office and that of in house. Police been find anything wanting as to thing we get for do with national security.
Well, I am here to get a report of that search. And I'm not going specifically, I'm not going to tell you something we are not too sure of. I want to get a result of that search.
Alright, so then people within a police net, including then two people I make mention of, when Madam Femi Claudius Cole and Dr. Dennis Bright. How long police plan for hold them? We go soon charge them, go court soon?
Well, yeah, as you say, if whatever decision we therefore take, it will be very soon.
How soon that go be?
Very soon, very soon. There is no more than very.
But there is a time frame where police gets for let them not continue for them police if we not they charge them. That make they ask how soon.
Well, then we can see it can even be today, tomorrow. That's very soon. There's nothing again that can qualify the very. It's very soon. It can be today, tomorrow, or whatsoever.
Democracy also lanced the lawyer then try for bail for let una grant them bail, but una not being agree. Police not agree grants bail. What's happen?
No, the lawyers then will testify to you. No other lawyer not ever engage me. I don't get any lawyer come to me.
So una go give them people their bail if the lawyer then apply for bail because according to you, so you're not aware.
Whether the lawyer they apply, they not apply. If with the gam bail, it not means a pass lawyer apply.
Yes, so una go give them bail today.
Well, whatever we get for do, we will communicate to you.
All right. Many thanks to you, RPG Roberts, the head of CID. They talk on that interview they as one for information to the public regarding the people where they na police net. Well, according to them, I not go confirm almost people police all from the protest yesterday, but he said they go pull word na do whether or not they go get for give bail to them people here. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue.
And we still get our Samaina, the Executive Secretary, Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. They, inside the program, they talk about the current situation of the country with political tension and also the economic tension will lead to protest yesterday. You don't get from the police confirming that, then get some people and we come out for protest that in custody. As Peace Commission, what do you want to make up of their arrest here?
As Peace Commission, firstly, I want to say we've been there with Madam Femi on Sunday, and we even try them for negotiate with her if incessant able for cancel the strike for Gona Street, so that we go use an alternative means. That's for EPAM, so that if you want to pass on the message to the government, there are other alternative means and way for doing in terms of strike rather than for Gona Street. Me into Bindede and in all yourself Bindede, we try for negotiate that, but it not be able for.
Whose alternative una be one gan rather than the protest, and why una be one protest?
Firstly, again, as I said before, because incessant be aware about the bike riders, because I ask and say the bike rider they include bandits, he say no, I don't know side the bike rider then come out with the young. The bike rider they not to part of waiting then the woman they want for do. But nevertheless, then still want for go on with the young. So because what if they push to them now the threat, the security threat on the ground. Because then now we all as Peace Commission for tell us and say, okay, you want to do this, you get right, but if there's threat, then you also get for look at that underlying factor there, which I mean they try for Schwam, because what ask and say waiting they want for achieve. They say they want for achieve for maybe the president, you read their voice and respond to them. So I say, okay, you can achieve that by not even going out on the street. You can achieve that by different other means then. And he say no, in prefer, because that's when the police them don't come, he say in can cancel the strike for Gona Street before that in prefer for go na CID, if not for cancel the strike no more. Right? So but we your role there now for ensure say we able for try for maintain the peace and de-escalate tensions.
So maintaining the peace, one other responsibility when I get for do it. I mean, keep people in the government when the key players them way for ensure say things are being done appropriately for let things issues of strike not come up in fact in the first place. And the issue of the thing the way the woman is saying one for strike for not to yesterday we begin hearing them. It don't say we then concern ya be done they come up for maintain the peace. What in the commission do for ensure say una take people all people to account, especially those in key positions we suppose for, if na communication need for be done, for communicate to the people for know waiting at the cause of the hardship and waiting at the way forward, or if na actions need for be taken, waiting at the action where they don't take. The commission don't ever engage governments for no waiting at the problem we make the situation they like this now currently.
Firstly, yes, but we underlining things them, we process them not to think what they put in a social media and not to think what they bring come out until we finish waiting what they do. Even with the woman that they talk to you 10 o'clock, we meet with key woman organizations them where we want for engage, because I don't see some of them concerned already in a social media. I see I didn't plenty for, so I read. I don't see some of them concern them where they don't raise. Even some of them even say they were not even informed about this strike we want for take place. But nevertheless, we all say let we all go sit down, because one of the things that why me they talk to Madam Femi, why they ask her say, "Una na de woman de yaso where you dey facilitate." He said na de woman committee and then a market women association.
How serious the players of government be take the issues them where the woman want demonstrate for so? How serious them be take them there on our discussions?
Firstly, you get to understand, say, the woman they not do any protest letter. So you just can't piggyback say na this specific thing they want for do, they want for talk about. One of the things them way you can look at, if you look at Madam Femi in video, he talk about hardship, he talk about fear. This now waiting me and you to know that na in social, it's in video on in Facebook page. But apart from that, there's nothing written.
So
Nothing
make mention. So
this na the specific thing the normal way with the council.
So the hardship and the fuel
so
issue.
I make the
for the
woman
peace,
them,
for
the peace commission
for
now.
peace na Salone, you
Yeah,
think
that's
the
what I say.
authorities then don't take the issues here as serious as in supposed for handle them?
We see say firstly, if you look at the budget where then just pass na parliament, you go find out say some of them budgets here na for cushion some of the things that way they happen right now at the country. This why we then just pass na parliament. So you will find out say yes, actions don't already start for be taken, but how fast the implementation get for go. That's a critical thing. But we want for also understand waiting then at the minds of the woman then, because with Madam Femi in just one or two statements we make, it not encompass and it not even explain itself. So when we will get this meeting today with the different woman entity them, we will able to understand waiting at the issue, make themselves go able to give their own recommendation them as woman them, and then we bring this, then we will able to know how we will practice.
How independent the Peace Commission day in striking the balance between the people and the government? Because we Facebook viewers them or Facebook viewers them, they look at you like you talk this morning like government spokesperson.
I think they talk like government spokesperson. All what I talk firstly now for build the situation analysis, weighing at the reality on the ground, and secondly I talk about the situation in SSF, waiting they happen. Nothing I not balance anywhere, and they say the one that we know and understand what I went through them past 2 days here. They say are they on every side? Are they with Madam Femi till we can CID? If I've been there na government side, I don't need for do that.
Are we independent, the commission?
We're very independent.
Waiting
very,
it,
very
so
independent.
moving forward now as we wrap up the program,
Yeah.
waiting need for be done ASAP for ensure say this issue come to rest. Waiting you do suggesting it for be done.
I don't say we them do a meeting right now by 10 o'clock with different women institutions for understand what's going on. We will continue for follow-up with the police. We will not start for follow-up with them and then negotiate with them from Sunday. Not till today we begin, and from Sunday we don't dey talk to them. I sure say by the time we then take Madam Femi and the other one and statements then done, then go able for release them, or if not for charge. But we hope that they go able for go back and go do the normal things then, right? Then we also religious leaders then. We see say some countries then they call for prayer. Some of them are not to isolation cases then. We need one for see religious leaders they step up
So the police them in this case respond amicably to the situation?
Yes, definitely. Then they communicate with me very effectively.
No, in terms of the response, the way they handle the whole situation, you feel say good for the peace and democracy of Salone?
No, definitely with some of the arrests and some of the things that we see in the social media, we need to apply more into them and understand some of what went wrong.
Madam Samai,
Yes.
calling on religious leaders for prayer. Of course, Salone are religious country, but at this moment, is it policy? Salone need or prayer?
We need
policies
both.
for improve
We need
people
both.
alive.
We need both simultaneously. We need both. What's happening at the world? We can't just put on policy. We need prayers.
Alright, many thanks for joining at the program this morning. In Emna Hawasama, Executive Secretary for the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. Now, this edition of the program, Good Morning Salone Golefuna. Plenty thank you to the production team. Alex Lawrence Kromai and Michael Sambola produced the program. DJ Lavagi with technical support. Moses Kavra make on us on Facebook. Until then, Mabel Kabadi say, get yourself a wonderful day.
And
Goodbye.
and Musa Kamaradi say goodbye.